Hello everybody. I'm not sure what this video title ended up being. The goal was to have it to be how to gear up to 587 in the War Within in 90 minutes or less. But then I recorded this video and I had some, audio issues. Everyone who's ever recorded something knows that those are an absolutely pain. And currently I am down here on my second try in 1 hour 37 minutes, which sounds a lot less fanciful. The truth is, I actually hit 587, as you can see here on my gear sheet, in 1 hour 15 minutes. So I was a lot quicker than the title was meant to be. But I digress, and you're probably here because you want to know how I did this, and I will tell you. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna abuse the crafting system and the Renown system. You can do this very fast in 1 out of 4 days. And the goal here is that we're going to get a lot of these weathered harboring crests as quickly as possible. You can see that I hit the season maximum here of 270. And what you want to do is that you want to check if it's the day where these glowing balls in the sky are in Hellowfall. Hellowfall does this easily 10 times as fast as any other zone. They are absolutely everywhere. And they're also placed in very easy to spot places, like above any of these, pillars or in between. So you're just gonna fly around here, and you can see here that I'm currently capped, so I'm not getting any weather crystals here, because I just did this for about 45 minutes. And that is the time it took me to max out my weathered harboring crest. Yeah, roughly 45 minutes. So you're just gonna be flying around here, getting these balls, and just fly until you hit, I guess, depending on when you're viewing this video, the season maximum might be a lot higher, but you probably want to aim at, if you're watching this right now, you want to do this at to your cap. Otherwise, I think you're gonna be good at around 360 total. After 360, you're not going to get too much use out of them for the first crafting, but you might want some for later. After you have done that, we're also going to get some more crests by our Renown vendors. So we will then go to all of the Renown vendors and pick out the crest that they give you as a, just a pickup quest, right? A tip on gathering the balls that I did forget to mention. There are 3 good zones here in Hellowfall. So you have here around Lights Blooming. Up in the Priory of the Sacred Flame is a great one. And what you want to do is that you want to go along the river here. And around this area here is just a boatload of them in a straight line. So if those have spawned, you just pick them up, you fly straight to the top, and then you take a round on the east side of the Priory. And there are also a bunch at the top. You also have this area, I think it's down here, where it's just an absolute load of pillars, and every pillar has one on top of them. So you can easily get like 20 here if nobody has taken them from you. So I guess I have my Hearthstone on CD since I just use it. So we're gonna go to Dalaran and take a little bit of a roundabout. But if you have done any crafted gear, you probably know where this is going. So what we're gonna do is that we're going to go to an enchanting vendor, and we're going to buy the Nascent Weathered Harboring Crest, I guess they're called. You can use those together with some enchanting materials to craft an item that lets you boost, blue level gear that usually caps out at 558, but they will now cap out at 590. And if I load in here, you can see here on my stat sheet that most of my items are made with this, right? You have these 590 gear. Then, depending on how many of the, resonance crystal and stuff you have gathered via leveling up or that you may have gotten, you can also get these items from the Renown vendor. So you can see here I got the chest from Renown Hellowfall, I think. And I got the shoulders from, is that Ringing Deeps, I believe. So you can buy between 3 and 4 of those items depending on what Renown level you are and how many Renown crystals you have. If your specific character do not have a lot of resonance crystals, right, you can usually also transfer them now using this system here, right? So you can see that I have some on different characters. So let's say I wanted to get a couple of 100 here from my evoker. I can just press in this, and you can see here that when we minimize this, it's now 500 instead. So if you have a lot of them on your main, just use that to transfer over to the character looking to buy gear. Also, when it comes to trinkets, that is a slot that can be a little bit of an annoyance to try to find somewhere. So the Darkmoon decks are currently absolutely worthless in price. They cost like 500-600 golds. I do not know if these are good for me or bad for me, but they give 2k main stat. So I think they are a lot better than the stuff that I had still left from Dragonflight. So you're gonna buy these, buy the Renown items, and then we're gonna head over here to the enchanting supplies vendor. For me, currently, this is a couple of days before the reset for the raid. So in 3 days time, we're gonna get the normal and heroic raid, and the current cap of these are 270. After I had done the quests for my Renown factions, you know, like just go to the Renown vendor and press the quest, I ended up with 315. So for me, that ended up being 9 of these. I guess, no, I must have ended up higher. I think I crafted 11. Yeah, I probably crafted 11. So you're gonna get as many of these as you can, but I would suggest that maybe you hold back on 45 to 90, a little bit depending, because as you can see here that I used some to boost up, for example, this is a normal drop helmet I got from a reward. But you can also use crest to just boost up normal items, right? So leave some if you have intention of maybe boosting, you know, the Renown pieces or so. Otherwise, I guess we can fly into the crafting station. What you need to do is that you're gonna cough out a little bit of gold. So we're gonna search up here for weathered harboring crest, and you can see here that they require those nascent weathered harboring crest that you just got from the vendor. And for every one of them, you're also gonna need 30 storm dust and 5 gleaming shards. The current price here in Europe is about 3.5k per item. And then I added in, you know, a couple of hundred for someone to do them, sent out a public order, waited, you know, 3-4 minutes, and someone was starting to activate them already. So for my entire gear in these weather harboring quests, it's about 30-40k, which is honestly not too bad. It's like if you have leveled up and maybe mined a little bit during the way, you probably earned as much just mining and herbalism. After you've gotten to this point, you then want to start planning out, I guess, what slots you're gonna get. So the Renown items you can get for head, shoulders, and chest. So those are 3 that I would probably leave to last if you are planning to get these. If you already know from the start that you're planning to get them, you can also pick them up straight away when you're down at the Renown vendors to get those extra crests anyway. Otherwise, now it's just basically time to hit up some crafters. So that's gonna be a little bit of extra gold, but people usually craft, you know, for 2-3k per piece. Crafting all of these, maybe I paid 30k crafting fees, and total for all the items maybe 10k in materials. So the final bill, Darkmoon decks, Weather Crest and everything, should probably have ended up less than 70k. And if we put that in perspective, right, like time is money, but 70k is here in Europe about 1/3 of a token. Token is 20 euro. So yeah, it's, you know, it's not a lot of money. It's about 7-8 euros total. Of course, you know, like total respect if that is not something that you want to pay for. Maybe you have some gold from, you know, that mining expedition or whatever you have done. But in the total, spending this gold just freed up, you know, 10 hours for me that I can spend, you know, farming ore and earn back the money that way. And honestly, I much rather do that than spamming heroics. Anyway, this is how you gear to 587 in 90 minutes or less. I hope it was helpful for you, and good luck, have fun, and enjoy the expansion.